Or do you want
It's
your...
on the floor. It's up to you. Whatever's most comfortable.
Okay.
Everybody.
Okay, alright. I'll see how you do that. Let's see what's kind of comfortable, alright?
All right. Welcome, welcome. Let me get my handy dandy notebook. So how's everybody doing today? Beautiful. So why don't we start with some nice deep breathing? A little bit of...
Just a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
I
Sorry,
mean-
I talk really soft, so apologize for that. All right, so why don't we start out with some deep breathing? I like to relax the whole body. Okay. Just invite gentle renewal, energy, awakening. And I like to shut down my eyes. I invite you to do the same or not, completely up to you. We'll take a nice cleansing breath in and release. Beautiful. Whatever's natural, organic for you, no pressure. And we'll breathe in again and release. Good. Noticing relaxation flowing through your body. Feeling your seat underneath you. Feeling deeply connected to the earth and held by the universe and all that you love all around you. So we'll take another deep breath in and release. Beautiful. And for the next 30 seconds, what I'd like you to do is imagine your dream life. And whatever comes up, just allow. You are the artist. And life is your blank slate. You get to paint the canvas. You have agency. You have power. You are alive, dear artist. And this is your one sweet moment to create what you dream. So we'll start counting now. I'll do the counting. You relax and notice whatever comes up. Every yummy little detail. Okay? And we'll start that now. Beautiful. Let's linger here in a special place a little bit longer. I'd like you to notice how you feel when you're here. Notice the energy of your dream life. Notice what you see. What you taste. Anything you can touch. Any smells. And how do you feel in the moment of now? Let's zero in a little bit on how you're feeling in this moment. notice the emotion of joy or happiness, confidence, love, friends, family, whatever emotion you're feeling in your dream right now, just freedom. Let's hold that feeling close to our hearts for about 10 seconds, and then we'll come back to this present workshop. And we'll start counting. Well, I'll do that now. Okay, beautiful. So now we know what we can do, our power, our fingertips, our hearts and minds, to connect with our dreams any moment and choose to feel those feelings now. We can carry that with us through the rest of today. And as we slowly build our dream life, we can feel it now. Beautiful. Now we'll take one last deep breath in and release. Beautiful. Coming back to present, wiggling fingers and toes. I'll open my eyes and see how everybody's doing. So welcome back and welcome home, dear artist, to yourself. And I want to know if any of you have heard of the laws of attraction.
Large attraction.
The laws of attraction.
Okay.
Anybody want to venture a guess? Okay. So the laws of attraction look like a magnet. And you're the magnet. Putting positivity out brings positivity back to you. It reminds me of that quote, when you choose what you love for your life, the whole universe responds to you. It's kind of like that aha moment, and all of a sudden the person shows up to help you in your life. You get the resources that you need.
What was that first sentence? I'll make sure I get that. I got the last sentence of that, but I want all these things to attract me.
Come on, why don't you scoot a little bit closer? Yeah. Sorry, I need a mic. You're good. I need a mic. I can have.
You have a nice, sweet, calming voice. I don't hear well.
Yeah.
So maybe it needs to be a part of my dream. I manifest it. I'm going to have great hearing.
All right.
Out here, Nate, anyway. Go ahead.
Okay, so another exercise on the law of attraction is to look around you and just notice what you see. Just notice the items in the room, everything around you. And those were once ideas. Those were concepts that came from here and here. And someone created this. And that someone is you. That each of us have that power to create what we dream. So how do we make those connections? How do we connect the dots? Okay. So the next step is creating with our hands and bringing it out of our minds and our hearts and onto paper. And so Ethan, what I'd like to do next is get our paints. We have markers, and you can use your ideas on your note cards, and we're gonna paint our dream life. We're gonna create it. All right, you wanna assist my handsome young assistant? You don't have to paint if you don't want to. We do have brushes if you don't want to get your hands. Yep, and everybody takes a piece. You can either use butcher paper or I have really good printer paper. It's not the flimsy printer paper. It's stock paper. That's where it's stock. Why don't you just bring it over and then people can grab what they want. And I'm gonna do it too, right along with you guys. All right. So let's bring it all over. Okay. Yeah, Jay really wanted to be here for this. Okay. You want to help me distribute these before I knock them all over? They might fall on you. Just kind of scooch a little bit closer so you can all share the paint. We'll do this for about 5 minutes or so. We're going to get close. Dip your paints.
Thank you. This is good. Hard stuff.
Yeah, hard stuff. That's the word I was looking for. All right. And we got markers. We have usually for markers. If you want to go grab some water,
Yes. Thank you.
all right, and for those of you at home, grab some markers, grab some paper, anything on hand, and create your dream life. And we're going to be working right along with you, and then you get to hear what we come up with on our side. So just have fun. Okay. And I think these markers are dry erase, so you want to grab those markers
okay.
beside you.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay, sorry.
Alright, so everybody gets a cup. Okay, so have you picked out your colors for your dream life? Yeah, I got these colors from Walmart. I really love the shades because they're not the color choices. They're not like the usual, primary colors. Alright, so just paint whatever comes up. And if you're not sure, look at your notes. And it doesn't have to be literal. It can just be what you're feeling. It could just be colors associated with how you feel in your dream life. This is not about being Picasso. This is about being an artist in your own life. And whatever comes up. Okay, does everybody have water?
You want to paint with those?
Ethan, come on over.
Enjoy the group.
We won't put you on camera. All right. All right, I'll do mine right here so my lovely audience can see us. Okay.
No, I'm good with these three.
Okay. Alright, perfect. So we'll do this for about 5 minutes and see what comes up.
Are you using that color? This one? Okay. What I'm doing is pull it all together in case I had to side. Be in this conversation. Pardon?
What is your name?
Luann.
Nice to meet
You too. Jenny, right?
you. Yeah. So how did you hear about the workshop today?
I noticed it at the gym up here on the little paper flyer thing. I'm living my dream, even though sometimes it feels like a nightmare. And I'm at a sentence of, at a place of what now? You know, how to like the next level, or how to continue, like it's not too late, and like what. So it's perfect. I had two clients. I do mental health skill building on the side.
Yes.
And I had two clients I was trying to bring,
Yes.
but it didn't work out. So I'm coming anyway. I need it, whether you need it or not.
Yeah. Well, you can give them your positive energy and ideas too. And this is something you can do with your clients,
Yeah.
one-on-one outside
Yeah.
of here too.
And we also have another one in
Yeah, I missed the
May.
first one.
Yes, yes.
There was one you already had, right? Which
Yeah.
We've had two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. We sure have. We've had a couple, and then our grand finale though is going to be everything. So yeah,
What's
you can
that?
bring them. That's everything we've done in all the workshops.
oh, okay.
All of it. It's how do we pull it all together?
Yeah.
So you might want to bring them to that one. It's
Okay.
coming up next month. Yeah.
It's gonna be
Thank you, Santa.
May
Terrible.
22nd at 5:30.
Yeah, I have it written on my calendar.
There you
Good.
go.
Good.
Yes,
That's good
yes.
to hear.
Very cool.
So is that part of your dream life was the mental health skill building?
No.
Okay.
It's just a way to supplement it, but it's through my own, depression, I guess.
Sure.
And different things. It's allowed me to be able to have compassion, and I have a ministry to the brokenhearted. So I'm in 23 years of a nonprofit.
Okay.
So it's really hard to figure out at this point of, you don't have to look far to find somebody broken, right?
Yeah.
And I'm always,
Amen.
power of belief is so powerful to believe in people.
Very
Yeah.
But I've run out of energy along the way.
Okay, for those of you logging on, we are creating our dream life through paint. You can use whatever you have on hand at home. Grab your journal, grab some papers and markers, or a pencil. If you don't have any of that, just close your eyes and see what comes up. We'll do this for about 3 or 4 more minutes, and then we'll share. I was just thinking how important lived experience is in the work that we do.
Yeah.
Not just as professionals,
Yeah.
but as humans. And I think everyone going through the pandemic found out how important it is to be able to share your lived experience and open up for help and support. Because I think we all hit our knees during the pandemic, so separated from each other. But these days, that's what I hear about in the literature, and is very, very accepted. Being more transparent about, hey, I've lived through depression.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I encourage at 4RC. I let my clients know, hey, I see a counselor too. It's something that was required of us in grad school, and I enjoyed it. It stuck, and it's kind of like going in for a grease job oil change for me. Let's look under the hood and make sure I'm okay and healthy. And I found that really helps create a lot of connection with my clients and safety, having that transparency. So,
We never heard it. So I used to say staying married and raising kids is like the hardest thing to do in the world, personally. But I think now it's self-care is number one. It's really hard to,
yes.
personally, it's just my opinion. It's really hard. Nobody ever taught me that growing up, or before I was 45, 50. I'm almost 60, so I was like, oh.
You're almost 60.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not too old to dream, all right?
Oh,
Not
no,
too
that's
old
what.
for it to manifest, right?
Exactly. Well, I read this book. Ethan even read it, The Alchemist, and it's about this
Some
young.
days I believe my best days are before me, like now.
The best is yet
And
to come.
then some days I think, oh, I'm just too tired, right?
And that's okay, right? It's being willing to take a break.
Yeah.
Get your energy back up. But anyway, in this book, The Alchemist, is about this young man who dreams of this treasure, and the story is about his journey across the desert to find this treasure. And he has to work for different people to get money to get to his treasure, to get travel money.
Yeah.
And he meets this man who's like middle-aged, and he's selling tea, and his business is worn down. And so this young man comes up with the idea. He was also selling like glasswares. Well, why why don't we serve the hot tea in the glasses that we sell? And it became this whole big thing. And then this older man, his dream was to go to Ramadan. And the young man was like, but you just gotta do it. You just gotta go for it. But some people just choose not to.
All right, it's harder.
Yes. So you're never too old to learn and try something different. And it is harder, but it's possible. And it's okay if we choose not to. We'll get it in the next life. All right. So do this for about 2 more minutes. Finished. How are y'all doing out there? So good to see you. I see you out there. Thank you for joining us. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay. Look, it's really making a statement over here. Again, this is finger paint. It will wash off. Yeah, my black is being very expressive over here, so that's fine. Alright, so while you guys are wrapping up, I will share a little bit about mine. I'll see the first grade song. I don't mind. Let me get my notes out as well. Make sure I don't forget anything. Okay. There we go. Oh, there was one other great example of the law of attraction I want to share. Jim Carrey. Okay, so did you know, this is like before he blew up in Dumb and Dumber. That was when I was growing up, the 90s. He wrote himself a check for $10 million. This is before he blew up and became famous. And then 10 years later, almost to the exact day that he wrote himself that check, he cashed it for $10 million. That's the power of the law of attraction. Wow. He had his dream. He knew what he wanted to make happen, and he did. Now, we can't all be Jim Carreys. I get that. But the concept is, look at all the good that we can create. Because Jim Carrey also said he hopes everyone has the chance to be rich and famous one day. Because in the end, they'll realize that doesn't matter. What matters is what you got it. What matters.
What matters is what's inside of you.
Yes. Because a lot of people get that high, they become rich and famous, but they're not happy. But it's that self-love that starts here. Okay, so just real quick. So I have this dream. I don't know, it keeps coming up of being on a Learjet. I'm sitting in a fancy leather seat. Like when I was talking about what can you touch, I felt the leather, you know, and the air felt really light. So that's what I tried to paint, was a fancy Learjet. That's what I want to manifest, and that's me looking all happy and free. And I've got all the people I love with me on the Learjet, and we're flying somewhere fancy. I don't know. So I'm gonna put that over here, so maybe I can manifest something, or, you know, elevated close to that anyway. All right. So who wants to share? Oh, okay.
It looks like you can't really tell what it is.
That's
okay,
perfect.
So I have like a cross right here to grow like in my faith.
Grow in faith.
So the pink and the purple like represents like I want to start my own business, preferably like cosmetology, like nail salon, stuff like that. So I want my theme to be like pink and purple. So like that's why I put the color in.
Can I show that on the camera?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cute. Oh, okay. I mean, I'll put you on camera if you want. There you go. Faith, and starting your own business. Isn't that awesome? Okay.
And then the green represents like having a lot of money.
Oh, we
That's
got
nice.
to. We got to.
And then like the gray represents like a big like rock house, and, like just living that fancy. Kind of like
Oh my gosh, I saw it. What does your rock house look like?
that. Has about like 4 or 5 stories on it.
Oh, okay.
Just like me, my husband, my kids living in it. And,
That's gorgeous. See, and that's what manifesting is all about, picturing the juicy details. Because that's where the fire starts. I love it. All right, who wants to go next?
I wasn't real sure what it connected with my dreams, other than I believe the promises of God are yes and amen. And I believe that there's still some promises that I have to, need to, want to fulfill. So that's why I just went with all the colors. And then, I seen a happy son, like, he's happy, needs some vitamin D, some energy.
That's right.
So I was trying to find orange, because orange is freedom, which there's the color now, but, I love, I've been set free from so much, and I love helping other people get set free. And the book that I want to read and finish is the book, about freedom. And, my dream is to be able to be on tour, with this book and conferences and meetings and events. And, I see myself, I can see myself, in the smaller size, and I'm working on that. It's one of my dreams, and more energy and more confident. And, I see myself in the room, a bunch of people, felt the podium, energetic, happy, excited.
Yes.
That kind of, and water's just, for me, is just very therapeutic. I just love it. I love the beach. I did some palm trees. I love palm trees. It's like my happy place. So yeah, it's just getting the energy to get to that. If I could just pick it up, maybe I can just pick it up today. Just pick up this ball of energy, and I'm trying to do the whole thing with, I'm here at the gym. Regularly, I've lost 22 pounds, but I still I got a long way to go, but I'm on the journey. So I'm hoping that'll help me feel better. I should be dead, but God, it's a whole nother. I mean, the doctors both a couple different times took me by the hand and said, "This is it."
Really?
But that's not true. So I'm not even believing the reports, and now so I'm not even believing your report.
That's right.
I appreciate your professionalism. I'm going to continue to go because I'm supposed to, but I might not take the meds.
Yeah,
just,
your body, your choice.
It all depends. But yeah, I was on 7 insulin shots a day. I'm on 1 a day. So I know everybody just work out wherever, but I see myself totally off meds. In 2020, I went to a healing school and came off of over 23 different medications, bunch of pain medication, bunch of medicines and stuff. So, I have this huge big bag. So I know I have a story to tell. It's just, it's not how, with the energy to be able to because, I felt it took all I had just to get here. Right?
You did it.
Yeah.
You did it. It's all about taking that one baby step at a time and showing up for yourself. And showing the universe that you're serious. And today, you're showing you're serious. I love it. And if it's okay, I want to show this on camera. Okay. Beautiful. It's about healing and taking charge of your life and calling your own.
I should have had a lot of green. Maybe the green can represent money. I never see green in it, so we need lots of that. So
Paint it all in there.
All right. Okay. Now I'm gonna leave plenty of time for Miss Sam too. So how are we doing?
Okay, we're good. Okay, so mine was simple. Grow stronger mentally, physically, emotionally, and growing my faith. So here's my faith, here's my weights, and here's my brain.
I love it. And we don't talk enough about brain work.
Exactly.
And that the brain is neuroplastic. And so if we have depression or trauma, that's here. And it's all about shutting down that prefrontal cortex so we can tap into all this good stuff. It's kind of like the iceberg under the water. It's 10%, it's what happens to us. What's underneath is what we can do with it. And you're doing it. You're doing it. Okay. So faith and getting strong physically and mentally. So perfect. All right. Miss Sam.
Okay. So these are very close to my business colors, so that's why I put them on there. That's part of my dream, was starting my own business, and I'm working on that still, so that was on there. And then this is supposed to be like a little roller coaster type of thing, because it has been a lot of highs and lows, and it's not a linear path, and I'm trying to remind myself, you know, it's okay to kind of have those highs and lows, and you just gotta work through them. And then at the end, I have that I want to be a better server. So one of my ways that I'm serving others is through this business to help people improve their nutrition habits and, you know, find health and things like that. So that's kind of my dream, and I'm working on it right now.
Well, and I love the yellow because it represents so much joy. Because even as you share that, so much joy comes through.
Yes.
And that was Sam in our startup class when she and I met. She was so confident. And I was in the back of the class, and she came with us to bead. And I remember thinking, gosh, I gotta follow her. She's amazing. And she pulled the group together, like our own little group on Facebook. She has natural leadership, and just then your joy just came through. So thank you for sharing that. If I can show it on camera, it'll be awesome. So yeah, there we go. Highs and lows to be expected. Focusing on the joy. Okay, great. That's beautiful. And do you want to share anything?
Well, mine's not really that deep. I just drew a jet because I want to be a fighter pilot
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Yes.
in the Navy. So
That's amazing.
that's about it.
It's very detailed. Well, it takes a lot of confidence and steely determination to get to that point. So, and I love how that energy comes through and focus. It's very powerful. Thank you for sharing that. All right, so I'm going to gently turn the scene over to Miss Sam. Oh, and I'll just come over. Make sure the camera's on you. Okay, there we go. Awesome. Okay.
Alright, so now we're going to talk about setting SMART goals. So there's a difference between broad goals and SMART goals, and we'll go over what SMART means. So just something to remind everybody, goals take time. It's not going to be it might not happen tomorrow. It might not even happen next week. It might happen months from now, years from now. And it's important that we write these goals down, because if we just have them in our head, or, we only think about them every so often, it's harder to accomplish those goals. So when we're writing them down and we're looking at them every single day, we know, like, okay, that's where I need to be. That's where I want to be. How can I get there? And it helps us kind of set an action plan, which is what we want to do to really accomplish those goals. So I encourage you to write down some goals, and we can do that after we go over how to do a SMART goal. So also the key is consistency. So making sure that you're staying consistent with trying to accomplish your action plans and your goals and things like that. So you can't just do it one day and expect to have this complete turnaround, a 180. You have to kind of keep working at it. And even when you do accomplish that goal, you're still going to have to put in the work to kind of get you to maybe your next goal, or like maintain that goal that you did accomplish. So what is a SMART goal? So a SMART goal means that the goal is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. So an example of not a SMART goal would be like, I want to eat more vegetables. That's a good goal, but it's not a SMART goal. It's not something that we can measure. It's not specific enough. It's not, it could be attainable. It's probably relevant, but it's also not time bound with that. So,
Would we be able to go in and listen to this later?
It'll be-
Because I can't write as fast as you're
oh, that's
talking
okay.
about.
Well, you can stop
I
me.
need to take a better notes than this.
You can stop me if you need to. So,
If I can go back and look at it.
Yeah, it'll be up on the 4RC Facebook page.
Okay.
It'll stay up there.
You're okay.
Yeah, it'll be up there.
Good stuff.
yeah, good. I'm glad. Yeah, and you can take it, with you to where you work with people as well.
Tim's watching.
Yeah, exactly. So, for your goal to be specific, your goal should be simple but important. For it to be measurable, that means you want it to be trackable. If it's going to be attainable, it needs to be realistic and achievable. If it's going to be relevant, it should actually matter to you. And if it's going to be time bound, it needs to have a deadline. So a lot of times we make goals because other people are kind of influencing like what they think we should be working on, and that might not be a relevant goal. So maybe people have told you that you should, exercise more and stuff, but if that's something that's not important to you, it's probably not gonna get done. And so you were talking about having like energy to do things earlier. So having those SMART goals and making sure that it actually is relevant to you, it's important to you, that can give you that jolt of energy to kind of like get you to that next step. So an example of a SMART goal, I have 2 examples down, or 3 examples actually. So this goal is I will be able to reduce my diabetes medications by April by exercising for 20 minutes daily and following my meal plan. So if they wanted to just do like a good goal, they would have just said, I want to reduce my diabetes meds. But instead they made it a SMART goal. So in this goal, you can see that it's specific. So their specific goal is to reduce the diabetes medication. It's measurable because they want to get it done by April, and they're also going to exercise 20 minutes a day. It's attainable because this person can probably do the 20 minutes a day of exercise and also follow their meal plan. It's relevant because it's going to matter to them, and it's time bound. Again, it has that deadline of April. It also has that 20 minutes in there, and you're going to follow the meal plan. In the next goal, it says by January, I will be able to walk up 3 flights of stairs without getting short of breath. So a good goal would have just been, I want to walk up a flight of stairs. We made this into a SMART goal because we said, hey, it's specific, so we want to walk up the stairs. It's measurable because we're going to track by when we can do it and how many flights of stairs. It's attainable because it's 3 flights of stairs, so this person is working up towards that. It's relevant to them because they want to prevent getting short of breath after they walk up those stairs, and it's time bound again because it's going to be done by January, so it has a deadline. So you can use this framework in every aspect of your life. So whether that's your physical health, your spiritual health, your emotional health, your financial health, environmental health, occupational health, there's all these different areas of wellness that you can specifically make SMART goals for that can improve your overall well-being, and that's kind of where we want to get you to, is like thinking about the big picture. So your body is the overall kind of picture. It's not just like improving your nutrition habits or improving your exercise or reducing your stress or making sure you're meeting your financial goals. It's all of the above to get you to that point of wellness. So with that being said, what questions do we have about SMART goals? All right, so I want us to all create a goal. So if you want to do it on the back, we can create a SMART goal, and you can share it if you want to. You don't have to, but we'll kind of go through what you said and see if it's actually a SMART goal or not. Okay? Actually, can I have a pencil too? Can I have a pencil?
Oh, yeah. Over here.
anybody want to share their goal? Okay.
Anybody want to share?
Sorry,
I
you share
haven't
mine first.
decided.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. go ahead.
No, you go right ahead.
Well, I have, fine line of procrastination and energy and all those kinds of things. I could be delivered with procrastination. If you could help me in that area too, that would be great. And I think it all works out, right? The whole thing being that gathering aside exactly what information I want on my new ministry website by Wednesday, May 3rd.
Awesome.
So, there's no reason I hadn't done it except just do it, just to do it.
Yes.
Right? Just taking the time to, my son he's just waiting for me to just give him the information. So it's, but you have to have energy and dream, energy
To complete those tasks.
right, to
Definitely.
dream, right? You can say anything, but
Yeah.
what's inspiring in the heart and in the season. And the other thing was just, post ministry pictures on from an event. We've had a couple events and I'm just not doing it. I disconnected from Facebook in December
Sure.
and I'm not reconnected. And with what I do, I have to be reconnected, but I just don't feel inspired to be, so yeah.
So what was your
I had by
smart goal with
Monday.
pictures?
Post
Monday?
pictures by Monday.
Okay.
I'm thinking, I originally said, I said post ministry pictures on ministry Facebook page by, and I was thinking tomorrow, and I said Monday.
Yeah.
So, it's just a matter of but I do have internet issues where I am. It's a ton of excuses.
Sure.
But it's, Monday.
Yeah. So you made 2 specific goals.
Yes.
They are measurable, so you put some deadlines on it and you can track it.
Yes.
It's going to be attainable, so you realize maybe doing it by tomorrow might not be attainable for you, so you set it for Monday, and then your other one you set for Wednesday, so you're allowing yourself some time to actually get it done instead of, having it done by this afternoon. Is that going to be realistic and attainable for
I'm an
you?
extremist, so
Yeah.
it's hard. It's like
Sure.
all or nothing.
Sure.
So,
Sure. And then it's time bound because you give yourself that deadline. So those are 2 great SMART goals. So
okay.
awesome. Yay. Anybody else want to share theirs? Okay. Do you want to share yours?
Oh, okay. So, I was actually talking to Ethan about this. I do need to eat better, like take better care of myself, right? But a small goal or SMART goal, specific, eat healthier fruits and veggies, the measurable, trackable. And I was like, oh gosh, now we're getting serious now. And so I wrote down how many a day, like 1 veggie, 1 fruit. So attainable, realistic, 1 fruit, 1 veggie a day. Relevant, it's gonna make me healthier. And then time bound, 1 week at a time. So just give myself 7 days to try to make sure.
Yeah. So that's awesome. And so that's another thing to think about is, if you went from maybe hardly any fruits and vegetables to trying to eat 5 cups a day or 5 servings a day, that might be overwhelming. So you're starting, 1 fruit, 1 vegetable a day, and then when you can accomplish that, you can increase that goal and continue to build on it. That way, you're elevating yourself to the next step instead of, staying at that one goal. You can always change your goals. So never feel like once you set it and you complete it, you always have to do that. You can always work your way up to maybe a bigger, broader goal too. So good goal. Yeah. All right,
I've
I'll
really
share.
set myself up for big failure and disappointment by being too extreme.
Yeah.
Like, I want to buy 100 new bicycles for kids for Christmas.
Sure.
Do a big outreach. Or we filled containers before and sent them in different places. Like, I want all container.
Yeah.
Right? And we only did like 12.
Sure.
But 12 was amazing. The children never had a bicycle.
Exactly.
But it was really hard and difficult to me to get to that place of, feeling like a failure at such a small goal instead of just, setting smaller, obtainable, measurable goals.
And if you think about it, that's also important to reflect on too, is if you set these goals and you don't achieve them by your deadline, reevaluate, like, was it actually attainable? You know, was it realistic for me to actually, you know, do the 100,
Instead of just
looking
giving
at all
up
the
to like a failure.
circumstances.
'Cause The
Yeah,
enemy wants to give us that
yeah,
energy that you know, blah, 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 right?
yeah.
It's all about balance.
Very true, very true. So I'll read mine so you can have one more example. So by August, I want to be able to exercise 4 times a week, 2 days doing cardio and 2 strength training days to improve my balance, energy, and endurance. So right now I am doing like 1 to 2 days a week because life happens, you know, busy. So by August, so that's going to be what, 3 months that I can kind of build up to those 4 days. So that's mine. So any other questions about SMART goals, why they're important?
They're good. Like the trackable aspects that makes it real.
Definitely, and writing it down. That's what I like to tell a lot of people is make sure you write things down, because if you don't, you might not remember it again, and then, you know, what are you really working towards? You know, so definitely write them down. Okay, well that's all I have for goals.
And I also want to take a moment to honor Sam because she had her ribbon cutting for Oakstone.
Yes.
April 12th, I think I saw. So beautiful. Do you want to talk a little bit about that? I know I'm putting you on the spot.
You had a
but-
ribbon cutting?
Yeah,
I
for
did.
business.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I did. So I am finally in network with most of the major insurances for Virginia. So I am able to accept insurance coverage for nutrition counseling sessions, and that's been a big obstacle probably for both of us this past year, and so that's kind of finally out of the, like it's a sense of relief for sure. And so I did a ribbon cutting just to kind of let everybody know that I am rocking and rolling, because we don't have that service really around here in the area.
Congratulations.
So
That's huge.
thank you. Yeah, I'm just trying to
Where's your,
really
where's your business?
It's on 22 East Church Street in the West Piedmont Business Development Center.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, let me do a time check. Sorry, and people. Okay, so 11:55. All right, this is perfect. What I want to end on is blockages and having a growth mindset. And since we're a little short on time, when we close our eyes, because we've talked a little bit about blockages, and just think of one small tiny blockage, just one tiny one.
A what? A
A
block?
blockage, like noticing procrastination, or maybe a little bit of avoidance, or being tired in the morning. So whatever comes up, just hold it outside of you for about 5 seconds. And I'll do the counting. Just notice it. Okay, good. Now, an exercise I love to do with my clients is called removal. Okay, we hold it kind of like the Matrix. This thing, this very small thing, shrink it down outside of us, and then we breathe in and breathe out. Move that blockage out a little bit, even if it's just to the door, this classroom, okay? And then we breathe in again, and breathe out. Now that blockage is out in the parking lot. Okay. Now we'll breathe in one more time, and this time we're gonna blow it so far away, it's a speck, tiny little balloon, way, way, way gone in the sky, okay? So we'll breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, creating more space for awareness and energy and feelings of comfort and safety right here. Okay, so I'll open my eyes again. And the essential concept there is 1, identifying the blockage, and then emotionally being able to gently move it so you can grow. Get back to focusing on you and your fire, your passion. Does that make sense?
How do you remove it?
Mentally,
Just
it starts inside.
I just see procrastination leaving.
Yes. So it can create space for you to remember what your dream is. Yes. Can we get those pictures up? It's going to be awesome. And that's actually another technique you can use is visualizing yourself, getting your pictures to your son and how amazing those pictures are going to look. There's a lot of businesses, a lot of dreams start with planning.
Yeah.
Right? Somebody had a dream this building and plan it. So it's okay. And procrastination is normal. It's normal.
Okay, yeah.
Just be, you're aware of it. That's the good thing. Okay. And then the last thing, a few more minutes, is I want to bring y'all's attention to having a growth mindset. And I really discovered this in startup. And everything it takes to make our dreams come true. I wish this had popped out a little bit more. So here's an iceberg analogy. Success is on top, okay? So even like, for instance, the workshop today, there's a lot of things that we have to do to plan to go underneath all of this to get to this point. Like for you, getting the pictures. What pictures do you want? Are they high definition? Are they sending the right message? There's a lot of this to get here. But notice how beautiful this is. And this, the setbacks, the failures, practice, new strategies, resilience, this is where the magic takes place, right? That's how butterflies are created. They come from a cocoon. There's metamorphosis that happens here. So normalizing procrastination, normalizing we're gonna avoid, we're gonna feel fear. Like today, I can see myself here, but and I know my son can relate to this, what I learned here, because like Sam was talking about the highs and lows, there's probably more lows than these, but it makes you, this place gets you stronger to get here. So failures are actually growth. And failures are normal. They're just opportunities to become more resistant. So embrace, welcome failures, because that's how you learn. It's getting stuck in the negative that
Yeah. Between procrastination and perfectionism.
yeah.
I think I need deliverance.
Yeah, balance. Okay, and this mindset is everything. Like we had to fake
That's
it
so
till we
good.
make it. We're goldfish having to get up there and do our pitches every week. Look, I'm even itching as I'm talking about it. But getting up there and doing it anyway, and it's all about exposure. Eventually, you feel like the shark, because it starts from the inside. And this, I really like this, because these are just different examples. But the idea here is growing, and my favorite thing on here is learning from mistakes. Because I used to be there too. I still am there. I just have more practice doing this one thing. But you've got more practice doing one thing that I don't know how to do. Right?
How it all work together.
Yep. So we learn from mistakes to manifest our dreams. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's workshop.
Nice. I love those pictures. Can I take a picture of the picture?
You
I
can.
love that, especially that shark, that fish shark.
Boom. Yeah, I posted it on my Facebook page. Got a lot of good responses.
So, is there like a group? Is there like something that you join with this?
Yeah. We've got the 4C
Like, is this like
Facebook
your
page.
business that we're doing here? Is this like the album
So this is a
Because I've seen the
partnership.
payment was.
Yeah, it's a partnership between both of our businesses and the Y, just to have a campaign or like project to help the community improve their
Perfect.
health. So
So
yeah,
Perfect.
They're
Well, I hope
always-
to join your group when I get to that spot.
there you go. Come
Yeah,
on.
that's the
door's
dream.
open.
Figured out how to fuel, how to finance the dream.
There you
Like
go.
with connecting with the insurances to
Yeah.
be able to do your passion.
And the startup
Exactly.
program.
exactly. Yeah.
So-
and that's something you might could.
That was at the startup thing. Was at the. I think I missed that deadline, right? Wasn't
Yeah.
that at the?
They do it in February, so I think they